We're back. We're back and getting. We're back and we're getting ready for the start of this afternoon's second game between the Lehman College Lightning and the Hunter College Hawks. Both teams have just been introduced out in the field, and we've given you the starting lineups here for both teams this afternoon. Nicole Gazzone will be on the mound for Hunter College. Gazzone looking to pick up her 7th win of the year. She's 6-3 on the year. And while we have a moment here, why don't we give you the Hunter Hawks defensively? Stephanie Abolt will be at first base. Carolyn Babula will be at second. Jamie Dorso around at short. Brittany Salvador at third. Samantha Malloy will be in left field. Alana Veza will be in center field. Annalise McClellan will be around in right. Gianna Romando will be behind the plate. And Nicole Gazzone will be on the mound here for Hunter College. So the Hawks throw the ball down to second, and they'll get ready to gather on the mound. And then Miranda Diaz will get ready to step up and bat here, leading off for the Lightning in game number 2. Both teams looking for an opportunity to advance directly into the winner's game and possibly set themselves up to win a CUNYAC championship in 3 games. So Gazzone gets into the circle, and Miranda Diaz gets ready to bat, and we're about ready to get underway. Diaz, a .488 hitter on the season. She also leads the team in stolen bases with 32 stolen bases in 34 attempts. So she's a player that the Hawks will try to keep off the bases. And the first pitch to Diaz as she bunts and misses for a strike, 0-1. Diaz 42 of 86. 10 doubles, 5 triples, 6 homers, and 28 RBIs. The wind and the pitch is swung on, and that's grounded right up the middle, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. So a good start for the Lightning here in game number 2 as Diaz singles up the middle. We already mentioned she's a threat to run. And that's going to bring up Diamond Villegas. Diamond batting just under 400 on the year, 398, 33 of 83. Also with 6 homers and 25 RBIs, and Diaz not wasting a second, goes right into second base. So a quick single and a stolen base, and the Lightning have a runner in scoring position with no one out and a 1-0 count now on Diamond Villegas. Diaz, the kind of player you want to try to keep off the bases. The wind and the pitch is a swing and a miss, and that'll leave the count up now at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Just underway in game number 2. The pitch is taken for a strike, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Hunter committing just 31 errors on the season as that pitch is swung out and fouled back up over the Lightning dugout and out of play. And the count is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Gazzone looks on the wristband. The pitch is taken. Strike 3 call. So Villegas looks at one on the outside corner at the knees. She goes down for the first out here in the top half of the first inning. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Genesis Polino. Polino batting .269 on the year, takes the first pitch for a ball as Diaz goes into third base, and she steals her second base of the inning, and the Lightning now have a runner on third base with just 1 out here in the top of the first. Gazzone looking in. The 1-0 as she bunts it foul, and that'll even the count up at 1-1. Lightning fortunate that ball went foul. As they were right there to make the play as Ramondo came out from behind the dish quickly. The 1-1 pitch, down low for a ball, 2-1. Zone looking in. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. He shows bunt and hits it foul once again, and the count holds now at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out. The Lightning trying to get on the board here first. The wind and the pitch is taken down low for a ball. That's going to run the count full to 3-2. The wind and the pitch is swung out and foul back, and the count holds full at 3-2. Miranda Diaz down at third base. She was named the CUNYAC Player of the Year in softball. Hard to believe that could go to anyone else but Patricia Riches, but Diaz named the Player of the Year. And a nice line drive into left field and a nice defensive play that time by Malloy, but Diaz tags up and comes home to score, and the Lightning get on the board first. It's going to be a sacrifice fly to left field, and the Lightning now lead by a score of 1-0. So Polino drives home the run for Genesis. That's going to be her 10th RBI of the year. Miranda Diaz comes home and scores her 40th run of the year. And the Lightning now lead 1-0. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Tiffany Adams, as Adams skies that one foul down the right field line out of play, 0-1. If you're the Lightning, that's exactly what you were looking for. You get Miranda Diaz on base. And she hits a hard single up the middle. She steals second, steals third, comes home on a sacrifice fly, and all of a sudden the Lightning find themselves out in front, 1-0. The wind, the pitch by Gazone is swung on off the hands foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Hot, humid day here at the CSI Softball Complex. As the weather finally warming up. The wind and the pitch is down low for a ball. That's going to run the count now to 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. No one on now for the Lightning, but they draw first blood and lead by a score of 1-0. And the pitch is fouled off, and the count will hold at 1-2. Adams coming in, batting .193. She's 16 of 83 with 3 doubles, a homer, and 12 RBIs. And the pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Gazone gets a second strikeout of the inning, but not before the Lightning score a run on a hit. They don't leave anybody. 1/2 innings in the books. Hawks trailing by a score of 1-0. We'll step aside, take a break, and we'll be right back. We're back and we're getting ready now for the bottom half of the first inning. Hunter College finding themselves down by a score of 1-0 as Miranda Diaz led off the game with a single and came all the way around to score. So the Lightning will go out with a 1-0 lead, and it will be Diamond Villegas on the mound as she will look to preserve that 1-0 Lightning lead. And let's get you Diamond's numbers on the year. She's 8-11 with a 3.58 ERA. This is her 23rd appearance, her 20th start. So she's the workhorse of the Lightning. She has 17 complete games, 3 shutouts in 107 2/3 innings, 105 hits, 99 runs, but just 55 of those runs earned. She's walked 53 and struck out 144. As the Hawks will lead off now, and it will be Gianna Romaldi, the batter. The wind and the pitch is up high for a ball, 2-0. So Villegas falls behind 2-0. Romaldi batting .352 on the year. 19 of 54, 5 doubles and 4 RBIs. And the pitch is taken for a strike now, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike to count. And the pitch is a swing and a miss. That'll even the count up now at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. That's a little bit of a break in the action here, and now we're about ready to get back underway. The wind and the pitch to Romaldi is swung on off the fist to second base. Polino underhands it to first in time for the out. So Romaldo is out. 4-3 for the first out. 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Jamie Dorso. Dorso batting .298 on the year, 2 extra base hits, both doubles, 8 RBIs. He did score 25 runs as well for the Lightning. As Villegas' first pitch is down low for a ball, 1-0. Lightning defense behind Villegas, Tiffany Adams at first, Genesis Polino at second, Miranda Diaz at short, Samantha Torres at third. As that pitch is taken for a strike, that'll even the count up at 1-1. Karen Rivera is in left field, Stefani Cruz is in center, Angelina Gill is around and right, and Caitlin Vernon behind the plate as that ball is swung on and fouled off to the screen. And now Villegas ahead in the count at 1-2. Game number 2 of 4 here this afternoon. Everybody trying to get into the championship round tomorrow. Of course, you'd like to go into that round getting 2 wins this afternoon and put yourself in a position to be one win away, I should say, to the championship, as that's driven over to right field, and the throw to first base will not be in time as Gill came in quickly. She tried to get the ball over to Adams, but Dorso with a little bit too much speed, and she'll be down at first base now with 1 out. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Carolyn Babula. Babula, another big year at bat for the lefty, batting .391 on the year, 18 of 46. 3 doubles, a triple, and 14 RBIs. Big left-handed batter. The 1-0 pitch, he squares to bunt and misses. That'll leave it to count up at 1-1. Throw back to first base, I should say, but Dorso back in time. And the count holds at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch up high for a ball. that's going to run the count now to 1-2. Villegas looking at a wristband, now getting ready. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and off the glove. So Babula gets another life down in the count at 1-2. Villegas winds. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and foul back to the screen, and the count holds at 1-2. Game 2, day 1 of the CUNYAC Championships. CSI Dolphins have already advanced into the winner's game this afternoon as that ball is drilled into center field, and Cruz will not be able to play it. It'll be one bounce against the wall. The runners will advance into second and third. It's going to be a one-out double for Carolyn Babula. Dorso will stop at third base, and Hunter is in business now in their half of the first inning, trying to get on the board, trailing by a score of 1-0 as that ball was driven into deep right center field by Babula. Cruz unable to go back and make a play on it. It went back up against the wall, and now Hunter looking to get right on the scoreboard themselves with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out as that one is skied up in the infield. Coming over is the infield Adams, and she makes the catch, so a big out there as Stephanie Bolt, first pitch swinging, pops up to first base for the second out. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Alana Veza, who will need a 2-out hit here if the Lightning or if the Hawks are going to get on the board here in this bottom half of the first inning. Villegas winds. The first pitch is taken up high for a ball, 1-0. Veza coming into the game batting .311, 19-61, a double, a homer, and 14 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch is swung on, and that's grounded right up the middle. That'll be in for a base hit. 1 run scores. Coming around third and heading it to score will be Babula. It's a big 2-out, 2-run RBI double for Alana Veza, and the Hunter College Hawks have gotten right back in this one to take a 2-1 lead. Good piece of hitting by Veza as she picks up RBIs number 15 and 16, putting that one right back through the pitcher circle to give the Hawks a 2-1 lead, and they're still in business with a runner at first base and 2 out. Third baseman Brittany Salvador will be the batter. She takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Salvador batting .382 on the year. She has a homer and 24 RBIs. This Hawk team, as that's fouled off out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. This Hunter team coming in batting .351 on the year as a team. They've scored 178 runs in just 28 games, allowed just 118. The 0-2 pitch, off-speed breaking pitch. Salvador gets enough of it to stay alive, and the count holds at 0-2. Villegas looking again, and the 0-2 pitch is fouled back once again, and the count holds 0-2. Salvador making Villegas work here in the bottom half of the first inning. The Lightning scored 1 run in their half. Hunter has come back with 2 in their half of the first on 3 hits. The 0-2 pitch outside for a ball, and going into second base and getting tagged out on the play will be Veza. So Veza is caught stealing 2-6 for the final out here in the third inning, but not before the Hawks retake the lead. 2 runs, 3 hits, none left. 1 inning in the books. Hawks 2, Lightning 1. We'll step aside, take a break. You're watching the 39th annual CUNYAC Softball Championships right here on CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com. We're back and we're getting ready now for the top half of the second inning. Hunter College got the leadoff runner, CUNYAC Softball Player of the Year, Miranda Diaz on. She promptly stole 2 bases and came around to score on a sacrifice fly, but Hunter College comes right back with 2 runs in their half of the first inning to take a 2-1 lead. So it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Hawks here in the second. Caitlin Vernon, Angelina Gill, and Samantha Torres, and Vernon takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. That pitch will be up high for a ball, so Vernon quickly gets ahead in the count now, 2-0. Caitlin batting .297 on the year, 30 for 101, a double, 4 triples, 2 home runs, and 16 RBIs. That ball's going to be fouled back to the screen, and the count goes now to 2-1. Top half of the second inning. Vernon leading off for the Hawks. As she shows bunt and lays the ball down. Played there by the third baseman, Salvador, and the throw to first will not be in time, and thought that ball might have rolled foul if Salvador just let it go over the foul line. Instead, she tried to pick it up, make the play. No chance on the speedy Caitlin Vernon. So the Lightning get the leadoff batter on for the second consecutive inning. Vernon on first base with nobody out. And that'll bring up the number 6 hitter, Angelina Gill, the right fielder, as Vernon looking to steal second and the throw down to second base, and she's gunned out there. Nice throw that time by Gianna Ramondo as Vernon is gunned down stealing. She's out 2-6, and for the both teams with a runner thrown out, stealing here early in the game, and now 1 out, no one on. And Angelina Gill now ahead in the count at 2-0. Gill batting .177 on the year, 14 of 79 with 7 RBIs. She shows bunt and misses, and now the count goes to 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is way up high for a ball, 3-1. Lehman using the stolen base all year long. That's a big part of their game. They stole 93 bases coming into the game. They've gotten 2 already this afternoon and are now 95 for 103 in stolen bases on the year. So the count now goes full to 3-2 to Gill. Gazone winds. The 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Gazone picks up her second strikeout of the afternoon. 2 out, no one on. And that'll bring up the number 7 hitter, the third baseman, Samantha Torres. Torres, a .213 hitter, 16 of 75, 5 doubles, 8 RBIs. And once again, Gazone falls behind in the count at 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and foul back to the screen, and that'll even the count up 1-1. Torres had a good cut at that one, but just got under it and fouled it straight back. Gazone looking in for the sign. And the 1-1 pitch is bunted down third, played there by Salvador, and the throw in time for the final out of the inning. So nice play. 5-4 as Torres out bunting for the final out here in the third. So Lehman ends up going down in order. A hit but a caught stealing. Nothing across for the Lightning in their half of the second. 1.5 innings in the books. Hawks 2, Lightning 1. We'll step aside, take a break, and be right back. We're back, and we're getting ready now for the bottom half of the second inning. The Lightning get their leadoff runner on in the second for the second consecutive inning, but Vernon gets gunned down stealing, and the Lightning then go down in order. So now it'll be Hunter's turn to bat in their half of the second inning, as Brittany Salvador was at bat when Alana Vesa got caught stealing. Will lead off here. It'll be Salvador, Malloy, and McClellan for the Hawks, and the first pitch is taken up high for a ball, 1-0. Salvador batting .382 as she skies that one foul out over the Lightning dugout now to play, and that'll even the count up now at 1-1. Salvador, a .382 batter, 11 doubles, a homer, 24 RBIs. Sun shining brightly now at the CSI softball complexes. That's bounced over to third, and the throw over to first base in time for the out. So Torres able to play that one on a hop, gets it over to Adams, and Salvador is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the second inning. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Samantha Malloy. Malloy, a .339 hitter on the year, and the first pitch from Villegas is wide for a ball, 1-0. Malloy, 19 of 56, 3 doubles, 9 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. We're in the bottom half of the second inning, and the Hawks lead 2-1. And the pitch. Take it for a strike, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Villegas winds, and the 1-2. Down low for a ball, that'll even the count up now at 2-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch by Villegas. It's lined right to Polino at second for the second out. So Malloy hits that one hard, but right at the second baseman, Genesis Polino. And that'll be 2 quick outs for the Hawks in their half of the second inning. And that's going to bring up Annalise McClellan. And she'll take the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. And the pitch is up high for a ball, 1-1. McClellan, a .328 hitter on the year, 4 doubles, a homer. 4 doubles, a triple, and 13 RBIs. The 1-1 is taken on the knees for a strike, 1-2. So Villegas now ahead in the count, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is up high for a ball. That'll even the count up at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the second. And the Hawks leading 2-1. The pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Villegas retires the Hawks in order in their half of the second inning. Nothing across, 2 complete in the books. Hawks lead 2-1. We'll step aside, take a break. You're watching the 39th Annual CUNYAC Softball Championships right here on CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com. We're back, and we're getting ready now for the top half of the third inning. The Hawks leading in this one by a score of 2-1. It will be 8-9-1 for the Hawks in their half of the third. Stephanie Cruz, Lisette Guerrero, and Miranda Diaz as they look to battle back now from a 2-1 deficit. So Stephanie Cruz will lead off here. And the first pitch is bunted foul and out of play, and the count goes to 0-1. Hunter trying to utilize the bunt here early in this game. But Cruz fouls it off and down in the count now at 0-1. That pitch is just off the plate for a ball. That'll even the count up now at 1-1. Cruz batting .243 on the year. 18-74 with 10 RBIs. The 1-1 down low for a ball, 2-1. Two balls, one strike, no one out here for the Lightning in the top half of the third. And the 2-1 is swung on in nub foul down the third base line, and that'll even the count up now at 2-2. Zone ready. The 2-2 pitch is way upstairs for a ball, and that'll run the count full to 3-2. Three balls, two strikes, no one out here. And the 3-2 from Gazot is grounded to Hopper to the mound. Gazot's throw over to first base will bring the second baseman Bibula off the bag. And we'll wait for the official scoring on the play, as that's going to be scored an infield single for Stephanie Cruz, as she just hit that ball back to the mound, and it looked like Gazon might have had time. She came up and looked very awkward on that throw, and it drew Bibula off the bag. And for the third consecutive inning, the Hawks have their leadoff runner on in the third inning, and that's going to take us down to the number 9 hitter in the Lightning order, and that will be Lisette Guerrero. So that scored a base hit, but kind of play that you would hope your pitcher could make, gives the Lightning an opening here in the third. The wind and the first pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1. Guerrero just 4 of 21 on the year. Still looking for her first extra base hit. She has 3 RBIs. And she's now down in the count at 0-2. Bright sunshine now here at the CSI Softball Complex as she goes down looking, strike 3 call. So Guerrero goes down on strikes. She's going to be the fourth strikeout for Gazon this afternoon, and that will take us back up to the top of the order, and the shortstop Miranda Diaz. Diaz singled, stole 2 bases, and scored the 1 Lightning run of the afternoon. She's 1 for 1. The wind and the first pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0, and Diaz, the best hitter here in the Lightning lineup, now ahead in the count, 1-0. The wind and the pitch is swung on, and that's blooped into right field. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is. That's going to be in for a base hit. Rounding first and going into second will be Cruz. Diaz will stop at first base. It's an opposite field, 1-out single, and the Lightning are in business now with 2 runners on and just 1 out in their half of the third inning. So now Diaz 2 for 2. She's obviously a threat to steal. She's already stolen 2 bases here this afternoon, her 33rd and 34th. She goes on the first pitch, and the ball is bunted to the plate, and the throw to home will be in time. So it's going to be a bunt and a fielder's choice, 1-4. So the play is 1-2 at the plate. Cruz will be out for the second out. Diaz will go all the way around to third, and boy, Lehman College really bunted themselves out of an inning on that play. And it'll take a 2-out hit now by Polino if they're going to score. Polino hit a sacrifice fly and drove in the one lightning run in the first. She's 0 for 1. I'm sorry, she's 0 for 0 officially and is now down in the count at 0-1. So Villegas now down at first base, Diaz at third, but now with 2 out and the pitch is foul back and the count goes to 0-2. So the Lightning had runners at first and third with 1 out. They tried to bunt, but the bunt went right back to the mound. A nice play by Gazone. She got it ahead to Raimondo in plenty of time to get Cruz at the plate for the second out. And now the Hawks 1 strike away from getting back in the dugout. The 0-2's taken, strike 3 call. So Gazone does a nice job working her way out of trouble for the Lightning in their half of the third inning. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left, 3.5 in the books. Hawks lead by a score of 2-1. We'll step aside, take a break, and we'll be right back. We're back getting ready now for the bottom half of the third inning. The Lightning got themselves in scoring position as they had 2 runners on with just 1 out, but a bunt back to the mound and a fielder's choice at the plate got the second out, and then Polino struck out for the final out of the inning. So it'll be the Hawks' turn to bat in their half of the third. It'll be Dovasak to lead off here for Hunter College. Elisa Dovasak, the batter, ahead in the count 1-0, and the pitch will be foul back, and that'll even the count up now at 1-1. As we'll get you Alicia's numbers here in just a second. She's batting .328 on the year, 22 of 67, 9 doubles, 2 homers, and 26 RBIs. And the 1-1 pitch is up high for a ball, 2-1. Beautiful sunshiny afternoon. Beautiful day for day 1 of the CUNYAC Softball Championships. And Hunter with a 2-1 lead here in the third as that pitch is inside for a ball, and the count now goes to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike now, the count. As Villegas winds to 3-1, is taken for a strike, and that'll run the count full to 3-2. Villegas winds. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. just up high for a ball 4. Villegas wanted that one, but it looked a little high. And Hunter College gets the leadoff runner on for the first time here this afternoon. And they'll go back to the top of the lineup, and the catcher, Gianna Raimondo. So Raimondo, the batter, as she bunts that one down the first base line, and they let it roll foul. And that'll be a strike 0-1. Raimondo had that one beaten out. A nice job that time by the Lightning to let the ball roll foul and go out of play. Raimondo now down in the count at 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is way up high for a ball. That'll be a wild pitch, and that will allow Dovacek to go down into second base. And that'll even the count up at 1-1. One ball, one strike. A runner on second base in scoring position now for Hunter College. They already lead by a score of 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and nubbed over towards first base. Played there by Adams. She'll step on first for the out. As Raimondo out unassisted to first base, but going on to third base will be Dovacek. So a nice bit of hitting there by Raimondo as she gets the third run down to third base for Hunter College now with one out. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Jamie Dorso. Dorso singled and scored in the first. She's 1 for 1. And that first pitch is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, down low for a ball, and that'll run the count even to 1-1. The wind and the pitch is outside for a ball, and just like that, Dorso's ahead in the count 3-0 with the heart of the Hawk lineup coming up to bat. The wind and the 3-0 pitch is taken down low for a ball 4. So now a couple of runners on for Hunter College with just one out in their half of the third inning. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Carolyn Babula. Babula doubled and scored in the first. She's 1 for 1. She drove the ball deep into right center field in her first at-bat. The wind and the first pitch is down low for a ball, 1-0. Hunter also only 18 stolen bases on the year, so like the Dolphins, they don't run a lot. 18 of 22. As that ball is knocked foul down the third base line and out of play. And that'll leave the count up now at 1-1. Dorso does lead the team in stolen bases. She's 11 of 12, so she's stolen 11 of the 18 Hawks stolen bases here this year. The 1-1 pitch is swung on, and that's grounded toward the middle. A nice diving stop and getting over is Diaz. A beautiful play that time by CUNYAC Player of the Year, Miranda Diaz. As that ball went toward the middle of the diamond. It went off the glove of Polino. She came up throwing, did Diaz, and that will be a 4-6-3 put out. Babula out at first base. She will get an RBI. Dorso will go to second, and the Hawks now lead by a score of 3-1. That time, Genesis Polino went diving toward the middle. A beautiful play to just get enough of a glove on that ball to knock it over to Miranda Diaz. Diaz, no hesitation, gunned it over to first base to get Babula out at first base for the second out of the inning for the Hawks. But the Hawks, Babula will also pick up an RBI to up the Hunter College lead now to 3-1. As they're checking Polino out at second base and making sure that she's okay. So the Hawks 3-5-1, the Lightning 1-3-0. As we have a little bit of a break in the action here, and the number 4 hitter, Stephanie Bolt, waiting on deck. So it looks like Polito is okay. She will stay in the game. And Stephanie Bolt will be the batter. Bolt, first pitch swinging in the first inning, popped up to first base with 2 runners in scoring position for the second out. But a big clutch 2-out single by Elena Veza gave the Hawks the first 2 runs of the afternoon. The wind, and the first pitch is taken just off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Very close pitch by Villegas here, but called outside for a ball, 1-0. A Bolt, dangerous hitter for Hunter. She swings and bounces that back to the mound. Polino gets it off a glove, and the throw to first, and it will be wild past Adams, and that will allow Hunter to score the 4th run of the afternoon. And you could see that one was trouble right off the bat. A Bolt hit it hard right back to Villegas. It went off her glove, and she scrambled to pick it up, but her throw to first base was low, went past the first baseman Adams. And that allows Hunter to pick up their 4th run of the afternoon. It'll be an unearned run. It'll be the first error of the afternoon for the Lightning, and that allows Hunter to score a big 4th run, and they now lead by a score of 4-1. That will bring up the number 5 hitter, Alana Veza. Veza had that 2-out, 2-run RBI single and was caught stealing in the first. She's 1 for 1 and now ahead in the count at 1-0. The wind and the pitch is swung on, grounded back to the mound. Villegas again bobbles and now holds on to it. So that's going to put 2 Hawks on, and they'll probably score that a base hit, I would think. But again, a play that could be made out in the field, and once again allows the Hawks to prolong the inning. As I don't think we have yet, it is going to be scored an infield single by Vesa. She's now 2 for 2. And the Hawks now with 2 runners on, and Brittany Salvador, the third baseman, the batter. She grounded out to third, and now she'll ground into a fielder's choice at third for the final out of the inning. But not before the Hawks had a couple of runs, a couple of hits, a big Lightning error, and a runner left. We played 3 innings in the books. Hunter 4, Lehman 1. We'll step aside, take a break. You're watching the 39th Annual CUNYAC Softball Championship, brought to you by Model Sporting Goods, right here on CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com. We're back, and we're getting ready now for the top half of the 4th inning. The Lightning scored first here this afternoon, but since then it's been Hunter with 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the third. They now lead by a score of 4-1. And for Hunter College in their half of the 4th, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Adams, Vernon, and Gill, as they will face Nicole Gazzone. As first pitch swinging is Adams, and the ball's going to drift over and out of play for a strike, 0-1. Adams Adams struck out to end the first. She's 0 for 1 here this afternoon for the Lightning. Nice job by Nicole Gazzone, really settling down. As that's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Nice off-speed breaking pitch, that time by Adams. Gazzone allowed Diaz to lead off the game, single, steal 2 bases, and score. But a nice job by Nicole as she allowed 2 runners on with 1 out in the third before working her way out of trouble. And that pitch just outside for a ball, 1-2. Hunter has had the leadoff runner on in all 3 innings here so far this afternoon. The 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Zone gets the strikeout here. That's her 6th strikeout here of the afternoon. And now it'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Caitlin Vernon. Vernon singled leading off the second, but then was caught stealing. She's 1 for 1. And down in the count now, 0-1. Zone looking in. The 0-1 is swung on and hit towards second base. A nice diving stop that time by Babula, and she gets it over to a Bolt in time for the second out. So nice defensive play that time by Carolyn, diving in the hole between first and second, and she gets it over to first base in plenty of time for the second out. Nice defensive play, and 2 out, no one on now, and that's going to bring up Angelina Gill. As that's going to be bunted for a strike, 0-1. Gill listed in the starting lineup as the right fielder here this afternoon. 0 for 1. She struck out in the second. And the pitch is bunted towards third. Played there nicely by Salvador and over to first base in time for the final out of the inning. So the Lightning go down in order in their half of the 4th inning. Nothing across. We've now played 3.5 innings. Hunter leading by a score of 4-1. We'll step aside, take a break. You're watching the CUNYAC Championships right here on CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com. We're back, and we're getting ready now for the bottom half of the 4th inning. Hawks lead 4-1. And for Hunter here in the 4th, it'll be 7, 8, 9, Malloy, McClellan, and Dovasak. The wind and the pitch by Villegas is swung on and fouled off. And that'll even the count up now at 1-1. Malloy lined to second in the second. She's 0 for 1. Villegas pitching a good game here. But it was her error that helped open the door for that 4th Hawk run. And she's now ahead in the count against Malloy at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. As that's fouled off, and the count holds at 1-2. 4-4-1 for Hunter. 1-3-1 for Lehman College. The Hawks, the number 2 seed in the conference, taking on the number 3 seed Lehman Lightning, as that ball is going to be fouled back, and the count will hold at 1-2. Lightly leading in this one by a score of 4-0 as that pitch is swung on and drilled into center field. Cruz looking to come on, and that'll be in for a base hit, and you can see how far back Cruz was playing. She was going to have a hard time getting that one, so it'll be a leadoff single here for Malloy, the 5th hit for Hunter College here this afternoon, and it'll bring on Annalise McClellan, the right fielder. Annalise McClellan. Villegas flies and McClellan bunts. It's a good bunt right towards second base, and they'll have no play on it, as that was a beautiful bunt by McClellan. She's going to get an infield single, and the Hawks are in business here in their half of the 4th inning with 2 on and nobody out. Dolphins won their game in 6 innings as they were able to push 3 runs across in their half of the 6th inning. Hunter now leads 4-1 and a 1 base runner away from bringing the potential winning run to the plate here in the 4th. As that's going to be bunted in front of the plate, it's going to be played there by Vernon. The throw is going to be off the glove of the second baseman. 1 run will score. Here comes number 2, and Hunter now leads by a score of 6-1 as Dovashek bunted that ball. And then the offensive problems began for Hunter College as they throw the ball away. Malloy scores from second. McClellan scores all the way from first. No RBIs on the play, but Hunter College now leads by a score of 6-1. So we'll try to see who that error is charged to on the bunt. So that'll bring up Gianna Romando. Romando 0 for 2, grounded to second, grounded to first. And down in the count 0-1. And that pitch is up high for a ball. That'll run the count even to 1-1. Hunter College 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 here in the 4th. Leading 6-1. The pitch is swung on and skied in the air. Diaz, coming over from her shortstop position, will make the catch for the first out. So 1 out on the pop-up by Ramondo to Diaz. She's now 0 for 3, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Jamie Dorso. Dorso walked and scored, or singled and scored, I should say, and walked. She's 1 for 1. Hunter opening up their lead now to 6-1. They've scored 6 consecutive runs after the Lightning scored a run in their half of the 1st inning, and the first pitch is going to be down low for a ball, 1-0. Villegas winds the pitch to Dorso. Just outside for a ball. That's going to run the count to 2-0. Close pitch. Ruled the ball 2-0. Villegas looking down at the wristband. Now she's ready. And now the 2-0. Down low for a ball, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out, 2 runs across already here for the Hawks in the bottom half of the 4th inning. They lead 6-1 and looking for more. Dorso takes that one right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike to count. And the 3-1. Taken for a strike, 3-2. So nice job by Villegas working herself back into the count to run it full at 3-2. Lagos winds. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and bloop towards shortstop. Diaz coming in. She can't field it. It'll be off her glove. Everybody will be safe. It will be a bloop infield single for Jamie Dorso. Dovacek will go down to second base, and Hunter not hitting the ball hard here, but getting a base hit. And they now bring the potential game-winning run to the plate and potentially put themselves 3 outs away. As Carolyn Babula, the batter, she doubled, grounded out as she drills that one into left center field. Coming in is the left fielder, Rivera. And she makes the catch, and getting doubled up at second base will be Dovacek. Not sure what she was thinking of, but she's doubled out for the final out of the inning. So Hunter scores 2. They leave 1. 4 complete in the book. 6-1, Hunter leads Lehman. We'll step aside, take a break, and be right back. We're back, and we're getting ready now for the top half of the 5th inning. The Lightning trailing by a score of 6-1. They started out strong as Diaz singled, stole 2 bases, and scored. But since then, it's been all Hunter College. They lead by a score of 6-1. And here for the Lightning in their half of the 5th inning, it's going to be Torres, Cruz, and Guerrero. 7, 8, 9. As that's a swing and a miss, 0-1. Torres tried to bunt her way on in the second, but she was out 5-4, so she's 0-1. The wind and the pitch by Gazone is bunted back to first. Played there by Gazone in front of the circle, and she gets it over to first base in time for the out. So Torres tries to bunt again. This time she's out 1-3 for the first out, and that's going to bring up Stephanie Cruz, the center fielder. Stephanie singled in the third. That was the last hit for Lehman this afternoon as she swings that one and fouls it down the third base line, 0-1. The wind and the 0-1 is a swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here on Cruz. 1 out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Hunter 6, Lightning 1. The 0-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Seven strikeouts now for Nicole Gazone, as she's done a nice job of settling down here. Now retired the last 6 Lightning batters she's faced. And the first pitch to Guerrero is swing and a miss, 0-1. Lissette went down on strikes on 3 pitches in the third. She's 0-1. The wind, the 0-1 is a swing and a miss, 0-2. So Gazone quickly ahead in the count now, 0-2. The wind and the 0-2 is a swing and a miss, strike three. So the Lightning go down in order once again in their half of the fifth inning. Nothing across, 4.5 innings in the books. Hunter 6, Lightning 1. We'll step aside, take a break, and we'll be right back. We're back, and we're getting ready now for the bottom half of the fifth inning. 4, 5, and 6 are Bolt, Vesa, and Salvador for the Hawks, who lead by a score of 6-1, and she takes the first pitch high for a ball, 1-0. Stephanie 0 for 2, popped the first and reached on an error by Villegas. She's 0 for 2. The pitch outside for a ball. On the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Villegas winds. The Bolt swings and drills. Two balls, 1 strike to count. And the pitch is swung on, and that's drilled into center field. And that's going to go under the glove of Stephanie Cruz and all the way to the wall. Coming home and scoring easily will be Stephanie Abolt going all the way to third will be Alana Vesa. We'll see what the scoring is. It'll probably be a single and an error, but Hunter College now can bring the game-winning run to the plate as they lead by a score now of 7-1. So that'll be a single and an error on the center fielder, Stephanie Cruz, as we'll have a break in the action as Lehman will go have a discussion at the mound, but the Lehman College defense over the last couple of innings kind of betray them a little bit, and the Hawks lead 7-1. So Hunter leads 7-1. They will now bring the potential game-winning run to the plate. They have a runner on third base and nobody out. The winner of this game advances to game number 4, where the 5-time defending champion CSI Dolphins await them. The loser of this game will play next against Baruch College. It's a doubleheader of softball and baseball action here as the CUNYAC Championships in full swing here this afternoon. Day 1 of softball, day 2 of baseball, and the pitch is up high for a ball 1-0 to Brittany Salvador. Salvador 0 for 2 this afternoon, grounded to third, and she also was out on a fielder's choice, 0 for 2. Villegas winds. The pitch is swung and fouled back. Good cut that time by Salvador. She was right on top of it, but fouled it back to even the count up at 1-1. One ball, one strike. And the pitch is swung and fouled back to the screen once again. And now the count goes to 1-2. A run for Lehman in the first, 2 for Hunter in the first, 2 for Hunter in the third, 2 more in the fourth, and a run in the fifth. And they lead by a score of 7-1 with a runner on third base and nobody out. Villegas winds the 1-2, is swung on, that's drilled deep into center field. Way back, and that ball is gone. It's a 2-1 walk-off home run for Brittany Salvador, and Hunter College wins their first game in the CUNYAC tournament by a final score of 9-1 as Brittany Salvador launches her second home run of the year, drives in runs number 25 and 26, and Hunter College with 3 runs in their half of the 5th inning, and they win game number 2 by a final score of 9-1. They will advance into game number 4 against the College of Staten Island beginning at approximately 5 o'clock or so this afternoon. Baruch College will play Lehman College in game number 3 in approximately a half hour or so as Hunter faces CSI in the winners game. Lehman faces Baruch in an elimination game here in game number 3, as we've had 2 exciting games here to start the CUNYAC Championships as the Dolphins win 8-0, Hunter wins 9-1, and we're going to get you ready now for the start of game number 3 and what's been an exciting first couple of games here in the CUNYAC Championships, as game number 3 here this afternoon will be starting in at least a half hour or so. So that's going to wrap things up here from the CSI Softball Complex. The final score in game number 2, Hunter College wins by a final score of 9-1. We're going to step aside, take a break, and then we'll be back to bring you game 3 coverage between Baruch and Lehman College. You're watching the 2018 39th Annual CUNY Championship, brought to you by Mobile Sporting Goods, right here on your voice of everything CSI Sports and your voice of CUNY Championship softball and baseball. CSI Sportsnet, CSIDolphins.com.